John Cena is the biggest name in world wrestling. As a kid, he practiced his body slams on his little brothers. Now he performs his own world-famous moves on the big boys. And between winning 3 world titles, he's starred in Hollywood films, released a smash hip-hop album, and has just co-hosted Australia's Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
The champ is here, it's John Cena! This is a world-famous Australian invention, the Hills Hoist.
I would say it's a clothesline, something I use.
No! Oh, a different type of clothesline.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, can I just say, as a wrestling purist as I am,
yes.
I get a bit of a bee in my bonnet when people call it a coat hanger. It gets called a coat hanger by people. And I get... By sports commentators who don't know what they're talking about,
exactly.
John Cena.
People who don't know what they're talking about. It's a clothesline. 10 ways to Sunday, and I don't even know what that means.
Now, can I say, this must be a bit of a nice feeling for you, because being in a home, that's where you got started in the wrestling industry.
That's right. I used to beat up my brothers in the basement of my house.
So now, I did that. We used to put a mattress on the trampoline, all that kind of thing. But I stopped at a particular point in time.
I just never grew up, and now it's... been a huge success. So kids out there, don't listen to your parents. Just keep doing what you got to do.
Johnny, you ever consider, when you were obviously practicing with your brothers, you ever held them down and like farted on their heads? And
that was actually my finishing maneuver.
Was that? You should bring that in. You should bring that. Could be your famous finishing maneuver.
The cloud of dust, it was called.
Were you this big back then?
You know what? I was actually the first baby to be born at 250 pounds. I've always been 6 feet, 250 pounds. Came out of the womb doing this and everything. I was actually a pretty skinny kid, and a typical comic book story. I got picked on as a 12-year-old by a lot of the older kids, and asked my father for a weight set for Christmas, and he reluctantly got me one. And I started working out at 12 years old and just haven't stopped.
Do you catch up with those friends on Facebook now? Are they your Facebook friends? And
No, I don't see those people much. I do run into them every once in a while when I go back to visit my family, because nobody ever leaves the small town I grew up in, and they don't pick on me as much as they used to.
Did you? If I was you, if I suddenly got massive, I would go back and get revenge. I would go. Did you go and like every kid who picked on you? Once you're huge, did you go and beat the living shit out of them?
I would never do anything like that. What makes you think that a guy like me would just want to fight people?
Just hit him with a chair or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Now, at the moment, you've had a bit of an injury-prone couple of 12 months. You ripped your pectoral muscle.
Yeah, blew my chest apart. That was pretty weird.
And now you're out with a neck injury.
Broke my neck. That was pretty weird.
So now you've got only the slightest of scars there on your neck from it.
Yeah, nice. I can tell people I got my throat cut. It's pretty cool.
So what happened exactly?
No bone damage, which is why I'm not in like the big halo device, and I just ruptured a disc. You have like bone, disc, bone, and the disc is supposed to help your bones move and all that and secure your spinal cord. Well, one of mine ruptured, and it was pressing up against my spinal cord, which was kind of cutting off the feeling to my right arm. So they went in right away, got it early, and took out the disc, put in a bone chip, and put a nice little X plate between the two vertebrae. So vertebrae, bone, vertebrae, and they all fuse together. It's called fusion surgery.
That's unbelievable. But the most unbelievable part is when that happens in the match.
Yeah.
So you've been dropped on your head in a move called a powerbomb, bang, down on your neck.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because here's the thing, though.
It's only a broken neck, and they're going to keep me down.
But do you think there's something? But there's something interesting about that, because people, for all the people who would knock wrestling for,
of course,
it's fake and it's performed. Yes. If any other legitimate sport, if someone injured themselves, it would stop. But you guys have to keep
I see
going.
some professional sport. The guys get a little hangnail, and they call in the trainer, and they stop the whole show for a while, and then the guy goes off, and he's on the 15-day disabled list with a hangnail. I had a broken freaking neck. And I was still out there going.
How are your nails, by the way?
You know what? They're okay.
Perfectly fine. Okay, good. Would you like to try to win $20 in 20 seconds, Mr.
20
John
bucks
Cena?
sounds pretty good in 20 seconds.
Now,
Not a bad hourly rate. $20 in 20 seconds?
This is really not worth much anymore as a segment. The way the planet's going.
I've seen the exchange. I'm going to take that back to the States for a hamburger.
It sounds good. All right. Let's start the clock. What night does your trash go out at home?
Wednesday.
You wrestle in jeans. Do you miss wearing tights?
Absolutely not.
You rap. What's your favourite rhyme for Cena?
Weena.
You body slammed Kevin Federline twice. Will he stop rapping now?
I hope so.
Which wrestler has the worst body odour?
Schnitzky.
Oh, yeah, and bad teeth. Does hugging you feel like hugging a sack of walnuts?
No, I'd say like a sack of velvet walnuts.
Stop the clock. I'm going to try.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What did you think I was going to do?
Come on.
You freaked out. What did you think was going to happen?
It's all good. It's all good. It's velvet. It's walnutty. Velvet nuts.
Velvet nuts.
There it is.
You know, Velvet Nuts, you should have a move called the Velvet Nuts.
Yeah, maybe that's the title of the next album.
Start the clock. Do people challenge you to wrestle them in bars?
All the time.
What's the best lesson you learnt from your job as a limo driver?
Always get them there on time.
And John Cena, John Velvet Nuts Cena, who would you turn gay for?
It's a good question. I've always wanted to get inside Pete's space. Just a thing. I'd try it once, twice, who knows.
There's a five-knuckle shuffle for you. Thank you very much, John Cena.
There it is.
You can catch John when he's back next July with the WWE Raw Tour. Might have a belt around his waist by then, who knows? Check out
Let's
the
hope
website
so.
for details.